Hello, Internet. Welcome to Hero Theory. Well, that really sounds weird, eh? Anyways, the first iteration of a different theory type video. Hero Theory. You may be wondering what the fuck Hero Theory is. Well, it's about this one server connecting multiple people together in one cohesive story. Who might it connect together? Well, 3 streamers so far. Aiden Glyden, also known as the Crimson Sun. Ellis Adelberg, also commonly known as the Zertide, and why is his name so difficult to pronounce? And Zio, known as the Emerald Shade. This is your host, Beetle, also here with the most scuffed setup I have ever made, but at the same time, I needed to record this, so I am reading this off of a script. But why are we talking about them? Well, it's because I like to talk about one of them. Specifically, the first one for right now. Aiden Glyden, the Crimson Sun, or as I like to call him, Shithead. Now, I like to try and solve his story. However, the story they're trying to build is finicky. They like to spread it out, giving us sparse information, usually decoded into something being audio Morse code or text distortions. However, with these distortions and sparse information so far, I feel like I can piece together a story for now. Most of it is confirmed, but I want to touch on some bits. So, let's go through what we have so far. And also, just FYI, some of this info was from a now deleted stream that was like a few months ago, but it was just like going over some lore and shit. So, right now we have these points to go over and questions we have answered. We have the idea of how he became a hero. We have the motivation behind his choice of staying as this hero. We have the facts of this backstory, and we have an idea of what might happen next. So, where do we start? Well, we start with the sums. Yeah, no joke. First, we need context on his backstory. So, let's go over the parts that we do know. We have 2 kids that grew up on the underside of the city of Neotropolis. This is what we established, like a Twilight Realm or Zoan from Arcane. But we have our characters, Aiden, no last name, and Axel. Yeah, apparently, Buddy be stealing last names now. What we so far established is that both Aiden and Axel were raised in this undercity depths, both apparently being a part of a gang. We have no idea what the name of it is. However, what we do know of this gang is that every member has a star tattoo somewhere on their body. This is established in Aiden's first re-debut stream of him having a new PNG with a lower shirt collar, revealing a star tattoo on his neck. This gang, we have a few unnamed members, but we do have info on what they were in this gang for. With Aiden being a delinquent he went into this game with a mindset of money. He would go into different missions, stealing items throughout these low parts, committing petty thievery, trying to make enough money to eventually have him and Axel get out of the slums and into the upper city, Neotropolis. One day, we got intel on a big steal they wanted to pull off. In a church-like structure, a lone belt sits there just waiting for someone to take it. They go with the plan. Aiden steals the belt and put it on. He reads the wall's texts that were scribbled with something, so much text, and all he can make out was the word Henshin. Over and over again, Aiden says the word. Eventually he gets engulfed in flames, transforming into the Crimson Sun for the first time. With a new suit and powers to go along with the suit, he could actually pull off so many more heists with ease. The armor was built for speed, so he can go in and out of buildings with valuables in a flash. Eventually, he gets a lot of negative attention, becoming a wanted man. But it doesn't matter, since eventually they start ranking in money. Still, not enough money to get out. Soon enough, Axel gets hit with some disease, slowly killing him, so Aiden thought about something and decided, one more, and I'm done. One more heist, one more swipe, and better yet, it's the same church he took that belt from. Axel begged him not to go, but his mind was made up. He needed more money to pay for the medical bills. He needed to make sure their promise didn't go ignored. They needed to leave this depressing city. They needed to live in the city above. He stepped into the church again, feeling rush once more, and got knocked out. He wakes up, beltless, with his hands tied up. These cult members in front of him start talking to one another, and then look at the child in front of them. You took something from us. It ruined everything we had planned. Now, we're taking something from you. A gun clicks and fires, but it didn't hit Aiden. Instead, Axel came out of nowhere and took the bullet, getting shot in the shoulder instead. Axel grabs the belt from the cult member's hands and throws it to Aiden, and with the last of his strength he had, he mustered out those meaningful words once more. Henshin! A bright orange light fills the room until it disappears. Aiden dons his new armor, takes Axel, and runs away. Runs as fast as he can. You can lift this, buddy. We're so close. Just hang on. Aiden keeps yelling out to Axel. Calm down, please. Listen to me. Axel says. Aiden stops, far enough away from the cultists. I know you have good in you, Aiden. You just need to let it out. Become the hero we both know you can be. Become the Crimson Sun. And there he goes. Axel dies within his arms. Eventually, Aiden goes to the city above, seeing the glorious and populated city. It makes for a nice contrast to the undercity he just came from. Aiden would bury his friend above ground in the surface of Neotropolis. To remember his friend, he takes both his necklace resembling a cross and his last name. Aiden Glyden was born that day, and Aiden, no last name, died that very same day. Okay, that was a lot of lore I just had to dump, but why am I going off like this? Well, it's because of the new stuff that's being teased. The biggest thing I want to talk about is a supposed training arc Aiden decided to go on for a few months. He'll have to go get stronger and progress his character development, but it was mainly for his mental health. With two, yes, friends, please look out for yourself first. Please. But on his training arc, we get a few hints of what he's up to. A week into a random place, he realizes there's no taco shops around here, but the Taco Bell.
It has been 7 days since I left Neotropolis, and I haven't seen any taco shops for days. For the first time in my life, I considered eating at the Bell. Desperate times indeed.
Eventually he's there, having succumbed to his wants, abandoning his pride for that. Now what's so important about this 2-minute full of clip audios is this end portion right here.
I'm sorry I haven't visited you as of late. The truth is, I'm ashamed. You entrusted me with your aspiration for the world, and I'm trying to live up to your expectations, but I'm nothing like you. And now the thing you gave your life for, it doesn't even want to work properly. This stupid belt is bugging on me, and I keep having these nightmares that seem really, really real, and I don't know what to do. You deserve to be the Crimson Sun, not me. I should be the one in the ground, not you. But I know I can't turn back the clock. But God, I wish I could. I promise next time you see me, I'll be someone who can stand proud in front of you.
Now with all that context in our head, we can already tell who he's talking to. He's standing above Axel's grave, venting about his life, like he's the next Spider-Man. Now you could hear in his voice that he regrets everything that he promised to his long-dead friend, his friend's dreams and aspirations to be the hero he knew he wanted to be. Another thing that I want to sidetrack on is this text given to us by Zio himself. He who fights with monsters might take care lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze for long into the abyss gazes also into you. So now, what does this text mean? Well, let's go over what I see it as. I see it as an internal struggle. You're fighting the monster inside yourself, but it's to no avail. You're so in-depth in your own monster that you're fighting, you don't realize you start to turn into a monster yourself. Staring into the abyss, something like staring within yourself. It only looks back to you, with you knowing that you hold all the answers. Just depends on how long you want to ponder on them. You've gotten information in small videos, actually Aiden's so-called recent dreams, or should I say nightmares. Here, take a listen real quick.
Worse. That doesn't mean what you've done and the lives you've taken can be water under a bridge. I'll be giving you one more chance to realize where your loyalty lies.
Hey, it's NK, or Ngoji, depending on if you want the full name slapped on there. But it's really nice that she's here. But what really gets me is this section here. It seemed like whatever this voice is, it doesn't like Aiden so much. Sounds like they actually want Aiden to give up. They're praying for his downfall. But who is this voice? You could probably say NK because she voiced whoever this is, but NK was confirmed to only be the voice supporting this other character, not the character NK herself. Maybe it's even a dream demon, but no, this wouldn't fit into anything easily, although they are in this world. What I think this character is Suzaku, the vermilion bird, the phoenix that grants Aiden his powers of fire and regeneration. Why would the same entity that gives Aiden his powers be rooting for his downfall? Good question. I think it's not praying for his downfall, but instead testing him. Let's see what we know. Suzaku, or the phoenix itself, is built upon rising from the ashes of its former life. It symbolizes immortality, resurrection, and life after death. But to someone like Aiden, it represents not giving up, as quoted multiple times by him.
No matter how much you fall, you will always rise from the ashes.
So it would be very interesting to have this Phoenix possibly testing him. See if he's still worthy of wielding his power. See if he still has his morals from that long ago. Why even mention this possibility? Well, it seems as these Chinese beasts can give our hero some new abilities. As we can see recently, apparently the Crimson Sun has a new form, something he calls his Infernal Mode. But where did he get this power from? Even though we might have no idea what it does, we still need answers of how he got this. Well, I think I have an answer. Recently, this video graced our screens. So we have a dim-lighted point of view of someone with or near crows or ravens. Now, these birds are used all over the media for pretty much the same reason. They're usually used interchangeably with different mythologies. Some symbolizing a bad omen or even death, as they usually circle above war grounds, waiting to feast on the dead. But someone did bring up this recent idea, Yatagarasu, the symbol of guidance. Although we don't know what the connection between this person and Yatagarasu would be, it's still up in the air. So, who is this character? Well, I assume by all the bird media that this person was the original person who was supposed to wield the armor. Keep in mind, Aiden stole his belt. He stole the armor from that cult. So whoever was supposed to have it before is most likely not very happy with Aiden. They probably want revenge. So, I assume that during the training arc, they both meet while Aiden is at his lowest. And then they most likely fight, but during this fight, Aiden was badly hurt, so he's losing. So Suzaku, seeing his undying will, gave him a new power for him to use, yelling henshin with his whole chest, letting the whole city hear his yell. He gains the new suit of Infernal Mode, wins the fight, but at what cost? Knowing Aiden, he either beat the guy half to death or actually killed him, or failed to beat him. His whole training arc deals with his past and being confronted by it, his beginnings, his loss, his mistakes. But seeing how he reacts to these events, I suggest he didn't fully recover from it. Who knows what will happen when he's clear of mind? That's a story for another day. Okay, a small cut into the script, but we actually got a little more information that might change the way you see the story.
Beetle, I know you had asked about the lore stuff and about, the little training arc I went on. This song, really quick, inspired a scene in my head that I am working on right now. And if you pay attention to the lyrics, you'll see a lot of what I wanted to do with Aiden and Axel. So there you go. There's your little lore drop of the day.
As we can hear, there is a song that inspired a part into what happened in this training arc. It's the song Still Worth Fighting For by My Darkest Days. Of course, can't play the song on this video, so I'll just link it down below. But what's really interesting in the song that relates to the story? Well, let's take a small look at the lyrics. It's so hard to let go. I still hear the sound. Okay, this lyric already sounds like someone hearing the voice of their past, revisiting it in their mind. Although it's hard to let go from these past events, it's also hard to get over the past. To really have the weight of the past fully off you seems to be a recurring theme. Skipping a bit further into the song, we see these lines. It's worth defending, a tiny glimpse to what it would take. to make us better yet. Completely different to the first verse we were given. This feels a lot more optimistic. Like there might be two perspectives talking to one another, especially the line above this being a glass that's half empty won't wash away the mistakes. A lot more doubtful and pessimistic. What does this have to do with the overall story? Well, I see it as maybe Aiden got to speak with Axel again. Spiritually, I mean, I doubt they're going to shove people back from the dead just like that. Well, Aiden is pessimistic, doubtful in his own abilities, depressed. Axel, he's usually optimistic, happy as ever. Two different sides, the yin to the yang, just like good friends they are, how much they need each other. It's possible that this is how Aiden got his Inferno mode, not from an intense battle, but from the acceptance of Axel's death and the undying will he seems to possess. Now, only time will tell what the story says. And on that date of Friday, April 19th, it doesn't seem like we'll have long to wait. But hey, that's just a theory. A hero theory. Thanks for watching. Or listening. I don't know. There's still new things I've decided to really live up to in this MatPat role I've been given. It's also very fun to write the script and also voice, so it doesn't fill up channels with walls and walls of text. It's also the easiest way for people to be introduced to the theory crafting community of this server instead of reading so much fucking text. This was probably the shortest theory I ever shared, but the script was only like 5 pages long. Hopefully the rest will be longer. Anyways, I'll make more scripts when I get more theories I want to share. But until then, I'll see you all next time.